So for practically my entire life, yeah, I did write this out. So for practically my entire life, since I was just close to being 11 years old, but still 10, okay, I've not only been dealing with my mother's disease of schizophrenia and trying to love and protect her the best I could under very trying circumstances, okay, but also on top of that, dealing with my extended family, both sides, never, ever, ever cutting me any slack or comprehending what it was like for me dealing with my mentally ill mother on a day-to-day basis, okay? It's different when it's your mother, okay? Different when it's a person you love, whom you live with. Nobody in my family, either side, okay? Because my mom didn't get sick until after my father left when we were 2, okay? And I don't consider my abusive alcoholic stepfather my family, okay? Nobody in my family has ever lived with my schizophrenic mother for any period of time. Nobody but me. Nobody except for me, okay? Nobody. Yet, when I was a teenager, I'm all upset because my mom, wants me to, or I could go visit her and she'd never know, she would be sick, or she wanted me to be able to come back with her, whatever, and her tears broke my heart, and I'm crying in the car, and my father's like, stop your whining, your mother's crazy, just accept it, fast forward, age 23, my mother's illness causes her to try to hurt me. As in, chase me up the stairs. She told me later the aliens were telling her to knock me out. She could have seriously killed me, harmed me permanently. I wouldn't be here right now, okay? I barely even, I traveled by car. I drove back then, okay, with Munchie and my cat to my family that I knew has cancer, her daughters, telling them what happened, telling them, my mother, she might have killed me, whatever. Oh, don't say that. Your mother loved you. Your mother wouldn't ever hurt you, okay? My entire life, dealing not only with her illness, but with my family's both sides, not cutting me any slack, not understanding ever, ever, ever what it has been like for me, okay? If I didn't have such compassion and sensitivity, if I didn't give a shit about her, if I didn't love her or whatever. My aunt with cancer even said her daughter's friend has someone and her mom's sick and she just brushes her aside, okay? If I didn't care so much, it wouldn't matter, would it? Never cutting me any slack, never understanding at all what it's been like for me. I'm desperate, I'm being abused, I borrow money from my mom, or take money from my mom, because obviously I probably was never going to be able to pay it back, but you never know, If somebody ever would reach out or whatever, I might become famous in real life instead of on the freaking internet, but whatever. My mentally ill mother, my family thought, you just took advantage of your mentally ill mother. Never cutting me any slack, never understanding what it's been like for me, okay? Never. None of them have of course they've dealt with her, they've had to be with her. Apparently one time she was at church and started saying stuff out loud, but they've never had to deal with her on a daily basis. Day to day, like I have periodically in my life. Never. But cut me no slack and don't even try to understand what it's been like for me. It's different when it's your mother. It's different when it's a day-to-day basis, not someone you just see once in a while. So this is for the benefit of those people out in cyberspace, my enemies, some of which have accused me of being mean to my mother, okay? Just to give you one little example, I can give you a million. I've told her repeatedly, if I'm in bed sleeping, if I haven't even got up to go to the bathroom, don't wake me up. Don't wake me up. She's gone for 3 days. The dogs were upset, whatever. It was raining, the dog they went on the bathroom on the floor, I don't care, whatever. I'm sound asleep, dreaming. All of a sudden, I get from her, Elmer wouldn't go to the bathroom. woken up from a sound sleep for that. She has no common sense to speak of. And yeah, I lose my cool and I say, Mom, why would you wake me up? You saw I was on my computer at 2 in the morning. Okay? So then, and she does it. And this is stuff she does all the time. Okay? All the time. That's just one example. And then, instead of going back to bed or being quiet or whatever, after she's woken me up for no reason whatsoever, like, I really care if I'm going to bed, you know what I mean? No common sense to speak of, okay? Then she proceeds to call everyone under the sun early. She can't even just wait like a normal person would. Even just wait because she knows she woke me up. Wait a couple hours. No, can't do it. Can't do it. And I understand if the dogs are going to wake me up or if someone calls her, but no. Sound asleep. 7:30 in the morning. She knows I was up late. You know, I shouldn't have to be on her schedule. I actually have to because she's mentally ill and she's just going to do that, you know. And then, I'm sorry, Mom, you're always sorry, okay? She knows I don't want her to drive. She got into 2 bad accidents within a year. One, she totaled her car. The second one, know what her excuse was? I was driving in unfamiliar territory. Okay? Mom, I can tell you firsthand, I don't drive. I have no intention of ever driving again, but I drove a Thomas Mom, and she's in her 70s and an incredible driver, okay? We almost got into accidents that were other people's fault. You have to be prepared at all times. You can't have the excuse I was driving in unfamiliar territory. There's always going to be something unpredictable, unfamiliar happening. She should not be driving. My family doesn't care when the accident happened, Mary. They'll, like, just get a rental car. Accidents happen, Smith. Okay? Now, to please me, she's not gotten another car because I was livid in LA. Okay? I was livid when I came here. She's like, well, I can just drive it. Mom, lots of more accidents happen just locally, okay? Your friend was just walking through the parking lot and someone ran over her foot. The people just are not aware anymore. They're just out. They're just not. I'm glad I don't drive. I don't care if Marion or all of you, put me down and condemn me or what for not driving. I don't care. Okay? My mom's friend got in. She wasn't even driving. She was walking through the parking lot and some idiot didn't look when they were back. It wasn't her fault and she was in the nursing home for a month, okay? My mother should not be driving. She should not be driving. She should not be driving, period. Yeah, know what she says when I talk about leaving? I'm like, I'm going to stay until the Anna's cancer dies, Mom, but I cannot be here. I told her again today. I'm like, you have no common sense to speak of. You're insane. And I've repeatedly told you if I'm sleeping, especially after you've woken me up and I try to go back to bed, don't empty the dishwasher. You have all day to do nothing. She does nothing. She's going to be here all day long. Or don't take a shower until I actually get up. You have all day long to do nothing, okay? But it's like she's up and she wants to do everything, wants to call people early, whatever, Bottom line is I just can't live with her, but I can't abandon her with the sister who's dying, I have to stay at least for a few more months. Okay? But my family's never cut me any slack, even when my mother tried to quote-unquote kill me. No slack. How dare you say that? Your mother loves you. She would never try to hurt you. No. In her right mind, she wouldn't. In her not right mind, she's an animal. Okay? And then what do you want from me? Never cut me any slack. Even when my own mother wants to give me money, the whole family condemned me, condemned her. You took advantage of your mentally ill mother. Fuck you, Marion. Fuck you. So I am trying very hard, okay? But that's examples of what she does. And then she goes with her friend on vacation. Her friend is a jerk and won't let her use her cell phone. But she's going to come home and be upset with me because I lost my credit card and didn't activate a cell phone that I'd bought. Meanwhile, I didn't have to buy a cell phone. I didn't have to. I bought it because I'm tired of, dealing with her and she won't get a landline. But every time she loses her phone, did you see my phone? Did you see my, she got better, but in the beginning it was horrible. No, Mom, I didn't take your phone. You had it. I can't find it. Or Angel's leash. She loses Angel's leash. Find Angel's leash for me, Mom. You had it last. You took Angel out. Well, I'll just use Omar's leash. Mom, you can't live like that. You can't just say, you got to look for it. And she found, you know what I mean? I deal with that constantly with her. Constantly. The $20 I told you about. You know, she lost $20. She's all upset because, you know, she didn't put it in her purse at the store when I gave it to her. She put it in her pocket, and then she's like, well, I don't like to hold your money. Mom, you had a purse. You could just put it in. She loses it. I say, well, it's your fault. I need $20. I'm visiting my friend tomorrow. I need money for the transportation, you know, and did you put it in my purse? I thought I saw her do it. Oh, yeah, I did. Because I'm anal, thank God, or I would have arrived where I was arriving and had no money, okay? Checked the next morning, and it wasn't there. Mom, you said you put it in the purse. Well, I thought I did. Mom, I even asked you afterwards and before, did you? And she's like, well, I don't know. Just leave me alone, you know? But meanwhile, if I hadn't checked, I would have arrived where I needed to arrive and had no money. As it stood, I was going to get my hair done, and she had me all frazzled, and I was yelling, and I was late walking a mile to the bus stop and whatever, and forgot my pictures to show the person who was doing my hair, and I wanted my hair to be more advanced, like I'd gotten it done. It was different, but I didn't have the picture, so we just got the basic called an angle cut, but in the past I've gotten it layered more, you know, gone back more this way, more and more, you know, oomph. When I got it done in LA, and the guy first did it, oh God, I was like in heaven. I was like, wow, that's awesome. But here with her, because she was afraid to go too far back, she didn't have my pictures to show that it was okay, because my mom drove me crazy that night, and I got this close, had to run yet again when I would have had plenty of time to make it. You know, I had to just barely run a mile practically to the bus stop instead of being able to walk quickly, because no $20 in my purse. If I had it, and she will insist too. She'll be like, I put it in there. I don't have to look. Oh, this was another example of something I can't remember. And it turned out she refused. It wasn't what she had said. She was positive she did something. She did it. Her memory's getting worse. Her just whatever, you know. No common sense to speak of. Okay. And she's on her medication now, so she's not acting quote-unquote totally nuts where she has to be locked up. I'm talking about when she's had to be locked up. My family cuts me no slack. I am the daughter. I have been like this with my mother since day one, trying to protect her, trying to love her, okay? But nobody in my family, either side, has ever cut me an ounce of slack. Even to the point where when I was desperate and I needed my mother's help because I was going to wind up dead. You took advantage of your mentally ill mother, Laura. You're no good. You're scum. You're this. You're that. Well, whatever. Fuck you, Marion. Fuck all of you. Not you guys. My family. Okay? Or anybody, you know, anybody on this planet who just doesn't get it. You don't get it. You don't know what it's like. Walk a mile in my shoes and then judge me. My mother shouldn't be driving. I have to yell at her and say, you can't drive. You were a horrible driver when you weren't on 3 potent psych meds daily cocktail. And Marion's just like, because she doesn't want the inconvenience, especially with the sister dying. My mother's already informed me. My mother's already informed me that if I leave, she's getting a car. Oh, Mom, so you didn't not get a car. You're just not getting a car to appease me because I'm here, but once I'm out of here, you're just going to get a car. I have to, Laura. Yeah, and I'm probably going to get a call that something's happened to you, Mom. I give up. You shouldn't be driving. I'm the only one smart enough, apparently, in my family to see it. Or, better yet, I'm the only one who cares enough. My mom was a horrible driver before she was on 3 potent psych meds. Before she aged considerably, okay? You get it? She was a horrible driver. There are people that just are not good drivers. They don't have the reflexes. They don't have the awareness. They don't, you know, whatever. But on 3 segments. But accidents happen, Samantha. Just get a rental car. Yeah. Okay. I give up. I'm leaving very soon. I have to get out of here. I give up. I can't do anything about it if I'm the only one who cares, okay? My mom shouldn't be driving, period. You guys really think that a woman who, we're walking, okay, I'm walking my baby, Omar, you know, and he pulls and I have to pay attention to him. I'm not going to think in a million years that anything's going on with my mom walking her dog, right? I had to retrain her and train her and train her to hold both Elmer and Angel, with the leash around tight, and even that wound up being a big, she doesn't want to do it, and then the dog got away, But anyway, we're walking. She apparently went to look at her watch. It doesn't really matter what the reason was. You understand she shouldn't be driving. That's my whole point I'm making. There's a reason I segue into different things, okay? Walking her dog.